What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Let's go ahead and start another session. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the Easter break. Hopefully everything is chilled out, relaxing. Let's go ahead and test out another unit that you don't really see maxed out too often. So this is the TEQ Tien, and he is the support type unit that does add +3 key for tech types, and for super techs increases attack and defense for 40%. So each type does have this specific type of support unit that's been out. So let's go ahead and cover this guy. So this is the risky Super TEQ Tien. Leader skill is for super techs, +3 key, HP attack and defense increase of 50%. Super attack is the Neo Tri-Beam, causes supreme damage to enemy and lowers attack. Again, the passive skill is one of those great support passive functions. Add +3 key for all tech types, and then for super tech type, attack and defense will increase by 40%. He does have the Z Fighters, Link skill 15% increase, Crane School adds 500 to attack, Cold Judgment will add 20% to defense. Rival Duo will add 10% to attack, and then enemies defense will be -15%. Experienced Fighters adds 10%, and then Over in a Flash will add +3 key. This is a private server test, so the stats may differ a little bit. So maxed out, this guy should have HP of 13,768, attack of 13,673, and defense of 9,325. 12 key multiplier is 130%, and just to know, his SA can be farmed with the Super Strike event. Alright, so like I said, we're just going to cover this guy a little bit. He is on a tech team with the Super TEQ Angel Goku lead. Brought in a few characters that would link up pretty well with him, Pickon or Paikuhan for example, but his best buddy is the Baba Shop Krillin. He does pretty well linking up with Tien, so you'll see him linked up with him quite a bit. Like I said in the last video, I will be changing up the music over the weekend. Just have to kind of, set everything up. So hopefully, in the next day or so, I'll kind of mix up the track list to kind of refresh it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of interested in seeing how this guy would do maxed out. Now, again, he really is only meant to serve as a support unit, but it brings the good question that, or not question, but idea that I would really love to see a Z Fighters category. I think that would be a very, very interesting category to roll out in Dokkan Battle. Certainly would like to see that, in the near future. I think some interesting, team builds could be done with that kind of category. So I just wanted to, kind of comment on that a little bit. So like I said, yeah, he'll be linking up with Krillin for the most part, looking to be on average about 700,000 for the power potential. Without critical, he's hitting for about 530k against the Vegeta. Not too bad as a support unit, but really, I mean, it's really meant to just kind of see how this guy does. Whether it's worth the orbs or not, you can make that decision on your own. This is more or less just to kind of run a test and see how he does. Alright, so he's going to be going through a Dokkan mode attack. Pretty decent link setup. You got Krillin and Paikuhan or Pickon. So obviously there's a couple link skills activated because of that. I don't expect anything, in the couple millions or anything like that. Anything over a mil would be respectable for this guy, I think. So yeah, just barely beat a mil. Looks like 1,000,000 and about 48,000. So that's kind of what he looks to be at. This will be a type advantage here. So I'll let Krillin go first here, just to kind of get a comparison on, the two cars in particular. So without critical, he hit for about 660,000. Additional tag did kick in. He got a critical there for about 860,000. So in comparison, let's see how Tien does. Alright, so with the critical, he did about 955k. So certainly a little bit better than the Krillin, but not much. Obviously Krillin is the Baba Shop free-to-play unit versus Tien that has to be summoned off the banner. So the 40% though definitely does help. Like I said, it's just a matter of, it's almost like the Gohan philosophy, or mentality. It's just trying to figure out whether to include a slot for him or not. You know what I mean? Especially when you have a pretty stacked type-specific team, it's hard to, include or have a spot for him. But the 40% and key boost definitely does help the team overall. So it's kind of like the dilemma of what to compromise to benefit the overall team. But this guy, I do like Tien. He's definitely a good character in the Dragon Ball universe. Kind of the character development's pretty tight. He keeps it real. I kind of enjoyed the beef initially when he had beef with Vegeta. That was right when Mecha Frieza and King Cold showed up. Tien's like, the fuck you doing here? You still here? You still here on Earth, Vegeta? Kind of thing. I don't know. I look at Piccolo and Tien in kind of like the same mentality. You know what I mean? Like they don't mess around. Alright, so this will be a much weaker Goku here, so I expect a decent amount of damage at this level. So hitting for about 1 million with the critical there. So I think the highest output so far I've seen is about 700,000 through, partnering up with Krillin or whoever the case may be. Should have included more characters that would provide passive skill boost to attack for all allies, but I think for this video's purpose, this setup would work just fine. Looks to be another Dokkan mode attack. This is a neutral type setup this time around, so let's see how he does here. And I guess the LR, Tien, and Chaozu cards should be coming out on Global sometime soon. So I'm guessing with the next World Tournament, that card will be the reward for that. And for any JP players, you'll kind of remember that they did have a glitch during the World Tournament. So if you were playing and got over, I don't know, what was it, like 10 or 20 million in total points, you couldn't get any more points after that. So because of that glitch, they gave pretty much every participant that scored above that number first place rewards, and then they restarted the World Tournament. So unfortunately, I didn't grind early enough for that because I was busy at work or whatever the case may be, and I wasn't able to do that. But a couple people got pretty lucky, I think. I doubt Global will make the same mistake like that, but if they do, that'd be pretty awesome, I guess. Speaking of World Tournament, I think you're going to see quite a bit of Angel Golden Frieza leads in the World Tournament, along with, LR Broly or Majin Vegeta. Just because, Angel Golden Frieza has finally come out for Global, and he provides one of the best leader skills in terms of the types of units you can include in that team setup. So, since LR Broly, LR Majin Vegeta, and a couple others fit into the Resurrected Warrior category, I expect to see quite a bit of the Angel Golden Frieza leads because, 170% boost to attack and defense plus 130% to HP. is certainly a lot better than 120% or even 90% for LR Broly or LR Majin Vegeta. So yeah, I would expect to see quite a few of those with the next World Tournament.